Hi, welcome all of you, and we start today a very interesting and informative journey, and that is journey with Gandhiji. And this is a innovative way to understand and memorize and remember certain topics of general studies and general knowledge. What I will do, I will take one personality of the history and start moving with that personality and cover that personality in detail. So like if suppose I take Gandhiji, then with Gandhiji I will cover all the historical movements of Gandhiji. So I'm very sure when I complete Gandhiji and his information, then we will grow rich in general knowledge part also, and modern history part will also be automatically covered. So that is what we are going to do. So with Gandhiji we are going to cover those particular things. So what I will do, this there will be hundreds of slides. So every time I'll upload one video, and then in continuity next video will come, and I will revise what has already been done in the previous video, and this is how it will keep on going. So by the time we complete then hundreds of PPTs or slides, by the time we do that, then we will be very rich in modern history and general knowledge part. That is how we are going to do it. So let us start, and let me explain how this entire is going to work. But believe me, this is the easiest way to memorize certain information and knowledge domains. So I've taken father of nation Mahatma Gandhi as our first historical character in which we want to learn the things. So let us start with Mahatma Gandhi. And I am big fan of Gandhiji's teachings, whatever he has taught us, whatever information he has given us. So I'm big fan of Gandhiji, and the quotations of Gandhiji are very informative. We should learn from the quotations of Gandhiji, and we can use these quotations somewhere. Like, you must be the change you wish to see in the world. It's a beautiful quotation of Gandhiji. And you remember these quotations, they are the crux of his teaching. So do you remember this state? Do you know which state is this? This is the Gujarat state, and this is the coastal part of Gujarat where Gandhiji was born. So let us take some information part now related to Gandhiji. Okay, Gandhiji was born on 2nd October in Porbandar, India, and died 30th January 1948. Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated because of these dates. October 2 is a holiday, as you know. He was a lawyer, he was a politician, he was a social activist, he was a freedom fighter. He basically was the leader of national freedom movement, which was going on in India against British. 1915, Gandhiji went to South Africa, and many years he was in South Africa and practiced his law there also. And he started his satyagraha, fight for truth, he started in South Africa. When he came back from South Africa in 1915, then he started his movement in India. And his movement, Champaran, Kheda, Ahmedabad, anti-Rowlatt Act, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, quit India movement, this is all about history. Until India got independence, Gandhiji died in 1948. So he got India independent, like Dhoni completes the match and then goes winning. So Gandhiji got us independence, and then he died. He was killed, actually. He was assassinated. So he is father of the nation, and he's internationally famous for satyagraha. Somebody ask you, what is satyagraha? Satyagraha, this is the non-violent protest. That means you are fighting, but it is a non-violence fight. You are not adopting any violent means while you are fighting. So this is the doctrine of non-violent protest, or satyagraha. 2nd October ko he was born. To Putli Bai is the mother of Gandhiji, and he was the last son of Mohan Das in Porbandar. Mohan Das is father's name, and Putli Bai his mother's name. And he he was brought up when he read the books like Shravana and Harish Chandra. These were the books he read in his childhood, which had great impact on Gandhiji in his childhood. These books had great impact on him, and he has also written in his autobiography. We will see that my experiment with the truth is his autobiography. So he has written that these books, Shravan Kumar and Harish Chandra, these books has had great impact on Gandhiji. That is how in the beginning it was all done. So what exam question can come? This, where was he born, mother's name, father's name, what is the meaning of satyagraha, actually what is satyagraha? So these all things can be from this part. Okay, now when he was you cannot change now how people treat you, but they say about you, all you can do is you can change how do you react. So let the people say, let the people criticize, but you react accordingly. This is all you have to do. Now, Gandhiji's father Karamchand left Porbandar for small state Rajkot. You know, he went to Rajkot and became Diwan of Rajkot state. It was a princely state, Rajkot, and Gandhiji's father became Diwan there. And when he was only 13 years, he was married to Kasturba Makhanji Kapadia, and that is Kasturba, or lovingly she used to be called Ba. So he was married to Kasturbai, that is Kasturbaji, and at the age of 13 only, and she was 14, you know, 1 year elder to him. Then later on, Gandhiji's father died. 1885 is a very important year because this year Indian National Congress was formed. So Gandhiji's father died in 1885. He was only 16 years at that time, and they had their first baby, but it could not survive. You see, so young age, he was blessed with one kid, but he could not survive. Later on, he had 4 children, all son: Hari Lal, Mani Lal, Ramdas, Devdas. They were 4 sons of Gandhiji. So this is little brief about Gandhiji's family. You know, this is my favorite quotation: an eye for an eye will make whole world blind. An eye for an eye will make whole world blind. So whole world will be blind if you settle the score, if you do tit for tat. Gandhiji, when Gandhiji got his law done in London. He was in London when he got his law done, Inner Temple, London. And after that, he came to India. After completion of his law in London, he came to India. He tried to establish his practice in India, in Bombay, but he was not very successful in Bombay to establish his practice. And he got opportunity. One of the client in South Africa, and he was Dada Abdullah. He called him on some assignment to South Africa. He told that you can do one work in South Africa. There is some kind of assignment, some kind of activity in South Africa. You can do that. And his first employment he got in South Africa. Bombay, where he could not do much. So he was an Indian merchant who was in lawsuit, and he was to go there. So next 21 years he was in South Africa. He reared his family in South Africa only. He became NRI. And his first non-violent resistance, actually when exam question comes, from where Gandhiji started his Satyagraha, it was not in India. He started his Satyagraha from South Africa. Before leading the Indian freedom movement, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi used to live in South Africa, and he used to fight against injustice and class division. Within 10 years, Gandhiji propagated the philosophy of Satyagraha there and propelled the country towards no class or ethnic discrimination. So entire Satyagraha domain, entire Satyagraha experiment of Gandhiji was in South Africa. From there only he started this all. What is Satyagraha? The concept of Satyagraha or idea of Satyagraha means the power of truth and need of truth. You know, truth is the biggest weapon in the hands of common man and people. That is what he should say. So I will fight for justice with the truth as my weapon. That is what Gandhiji said. So he was fighting for some cause, and that cause was truth, and that is what he was doing. If the cause was true, if the struggle was against injustice, then physical force is not necessary, you know. He believed that you should fight on the basis of truth. Satyagraha. Satya means a truth. Graha, I mean fight. Fight, you are fighting with the truth as your weapon. That is the meaning of it. And he could defeat the strongest empire in the world at that time, British Empire, with his Satyagraha. From where he started Satyagraha, that is South Africa. You know, when he went to South Africa, then something happened with him. He took as a ticket of first class. But in South Africa, there was apartheid movement going on. There was racial discrimination going on. Only white people could have traveled in first class. So when the TT saw Gandhiji sitting in the first class compartment along with white people, he was very against. He was very angry. Then he thought something bad is happening, and Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, though he was having the ticket of first class, he was thrown out of his train, and the train, he said, first class is only for white, and he was forced to sit in the common bogie, which was not first class. It was maybe simple, common for common people. So that happened in Pietermaritzburg station in South Africa, where he was thrown. And if you go to that station even today, then it is written there that 7th June 1893 this incident happened, and this incident changed the history of the world. It was here that Gandhiji started asking why this is happening to me, why this is happening to me, and I should change it. You know, when apple falls on the nose of Newton, he started asking why this is falling down only. Similarly, when Gandhi was thrown out of the train, Gandhi started asking why I'm thrown out of the train. This is the similarity, you know, and these are the genius, whether in science or in politics, these are the genius who have the power to change the world, you know. Tolstoy Farm was the first ashram initiated and organized by Mohandas Gandhi during his South African movement. Tolstoy Farm is something which is very, very famous farm in South Africa, where now people go, visitor go there. So this is the name of that particular, you know, Gandhiji in India also, he created Sabarmati Ashram. You will find these kind of places he created where people used to come and worship and stay together. So Gandhiji in South Africa created this Tolstoy Farm, and it was the first ashram created there, from where it also served as the headquarter of the campaign of Satyagraha, which was against the discrimination which Indians were having. And where this Tolstoy Farm was, Transvaal, there is a place in South Africa where this Tolstoy Farm is situated. Another my favorite quotation: live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to learn forever. That is another my favorite quotation. Now Gandhiji from South Africa, because in India freedom struggle was going on, and Gandhiji came back from South Africa, and Gandhiji came back to India in 1915. You know, at the age of 45 he came back there. In the beginning he stayed in Shantivan. You know, Shantivan was the ashram of Rabindranath Tagore, and he is first Nobel laureate of India who got Nobel Peace Prize. And you know, Satyagraha Ashram in 1917 he established on the banks of Sabarmati River. So if you go to Gujarat, there is a Sabarmati River, and very, I think, close to Gandhinagar or Ahmedabad, I am not very sure. So Satyagraha Ashram is on the bank of Sabarmati River. So he created that. But in the beginning, when he came from South Africa, he stayed with Gurudev. And Rabindranath Tagore is called Gurudev, and this nickname was also given by Gandhiji. In 1915, at the age of 45, he returned to India. He set about organizing peasants, farmers, urban laborers to protest against land tax and discrimination. So something wrong was going on in Africa. There were discriminations going on, racial discrimination was going on, tax discrimination was going on, something wrong was going on in Africa against Indians, and he thought of fighting for the cause of Indians. That is what he decided there. Assuming leadership of Indian National Congress in 1921, Gandhiji led a nationwide campaign for easing poverty, expanding women's rights, building religious and ethnic amity, ending untouchability, and achieving Swaraj or self-rule. So then he decided that he is to do something in India, he is to fight for some cause in India. That is what is decided. So 1915, at the age of 45, Gandhiji returned and he came back to India. Now, there is some data. Gandhiji is sitting in the session of Indian National Congress. He's presiding, he's the chair, he's presiding fellow in this particular session of Indian National Congress. And with him are sitting Maulana Azad, you know, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, Sarojini Naidu. So there are people sitting with him. And Gandhiji became the president of Indian National Congress only once. So that data may be important for us. Let me provide you that information. So Gandhiji became in 1924 Belgaum session. So somebody asked you, when was Gandhiji made president of Indian National Congress? Which year he was the president of Indian National Congress? So that year was 1924. That is Belgaum session. And very next year, Sarojini Naidu became the president of Indian National Congress. So Sarojini Naidu, Kanpur. This is not CAWN. This is Kanpur. Sarojini Naidu was president of Indian National Congress in Kanpur session 1925, and Gandhiji was president of Indian National Congress in 1924 Belgaum session. So Gandhiji only became president of Indian National Congress once. Indian National Congress was formed in 1985. Other, obviously, in the history we will see who became president of Indian National Congress at what time. That we will study in the history. Now, you see, there's a Sanskrit word Mahatma, which means great soul. It is often taken to be Gandhi's name. It is said that Mahatma was the name given to Gandhiji by Western countries, but actually Mahatma Gandhi ka word Mahatma was given by Gurudev Ravindranath Tagore. He was a Nobel laureate who got first Nobel Peace Prize. Sorry, not Peace Prize, Nobel Prize for Literature. And this title was given to Gandhiji by Tagore. And Gandhiji gave him the title of Gurudev. So this exam, this question very frequently is asked, which gave title to whom? Now, Rabindranath Tagore wrote Gitanjali songs, a book of song, compilation of the songs, Gitanjali. And he is basically given the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1930. He is popularly known as Gurudev, India's most famous writer and poet, and he was awarded Nobel Prize in recognition of his work Gitanjali. It is a collection of the poems, and Tagore was also involved in his teaching. So in 1901, he founded the famous Shanti Niketan, which later came to be known as Vishwa Bharati University. So Rabindranath Tagore is author of India's national anthem also. So as I told you, this part is a general knowledge part. GK part, history part, general awareness, all together. You need to make linkages. So who gave the name Gurudev to Rabindranath Tagore? Mahatma Gandhi. Who gave name Mahatma to Mahatma Gandhi? Rabindranath Tagore. Who was the first Nobel laureate of India in literature? Rabindranath Tagore in 1913. For which? Gitanjali. And he founded Shanti Niketan, which was called Vishwa Bharati University. So Rabindranath Tagore is the author of India's national anthem also. Okay, what is the name of autobiography of Gandhiji? The name of autobiography of Gandhiji is My Experiment with Truth. That is the name of autobiography of Gandhiji. That is My Experiment with Truth. Right? Okay, now what books influenced Gandhiji and his thoughts? There are some books which influenced what Gandhiji used to do and what was his work. So these books now we should see. Unto This Last. This is the book which is written by John Ruskin, Unto the Last. And this is a book which is a collection of 4 essays, and they are written on politics of economics. Politics of economics. And it is one of the most influential work that even Mahatma Gandhi said it was impossible to lay aside. That is the meaning of it. That means this is very, very interesting books and gives you information about the politics and economics. So who wrote this book Unto This Last, and Gandhiji was impressed by which books? That is what you should know. Now Ruskin puts forth the idea of economy based on consideration of humanity. This is something which is very, very important. Gandhiji gave lot of value to the humanity. And this is the economy should be based upon the humanity. That is what Gandhiji said. And virtues of pursuing money for vested interest. Gandhiji established Phoenix settlement, a place in Africa where people followed communal living, non-violence, spirituality, based on Ruskin teachings, and even translated the book into Gujarati title Sarvodaya. So Gandhiji even translated that book into Sarvodaya. Right? So Phoenix settlement is basically in place in Africa. Like Tolstoy form, Phoenix settlement was the another settlement which Gandhiji created. Next book is Kingdom of God is Within You. Who wrote it? Leo Tolstoy. Why people must dismiss violence? As I told you, Gandhiji followed Satyagraha, that is non-violent mean to fight for some particular cause, and he was very much impressed with this book, Kingdom of God is Within You, and he has mentioned this book in his autobiography also. My Experiment with the Truth, he has mentioned this book in that, and he was a firm believer in ahimsa. So Gandhiji's other favorite books was The Gospel in Brief and Letter to a Hindu. There are other books, but I believe you should remember only this book and what this book teaches Gandhiji. Third is A Tale of Two Cities. Charles Dickens has written this book, A Tale of Two Cities, and it was set in London and Paris. during French Revolution. And it is a masterpiece, is a story of man imprisoned for 18 years. So actually this story is about a person who was imprisoned in jail, and it is a story about him and his daughter. So A Tale of Two Cities, that is another famous book. Decline and Fall of Roman Empire by Edward Gibbon. So Gandhiji used to read this book when he was imprisoned in Yerwada jail. Why he was imprisoned? Because the moment he comes back from second roundtable conference in 1931, I think, then he did not accept to what British wanted, and then he was thrown into jail because of non-cooperation movement, sorry, civil disobedience movement. And when he was in Yerwada prison, that time he used to read this book. Other books which you should refer Gandhiji are Defense and Death of Socrates by Plato, Gulliver's Travel, Bhagavad Gita. These are other books of Gandhiji which you should refer. Now, Tolstoy form, as I was telling you, what is this? This was first ashram initiated and organized by Mahatma Gandhi during his African visit. And during the South African movement, and it became the headquarter of the campaign of Satyagraha against the discrimination against Indian in this particular place. So ashram was named after Russian writer and philosopher Leo Tolstoy. You know, I told you that Gandhiji was very much impressed by this author and his book, that is Leo Tolstoy, Kingdom of God is Within You, and Why Violence Should Be Not There. So because of this author, Gandhiji has named his ashram, first ashram in South Africa, as Tolstoy form. It became the headquarter also of Satyagraha against discrimination against Indian in Transvaal. Ashram was named after this Russian author. So this is something, when you go, you can visit this place. Okay, now Gandhiji and why Nobel Peace Prize is not given. Let me tell you, like Nobel Prize is given in 6 categories as of now. I think peace was created later on. So there are some categories in which Nobel Prize is awarded. Gandhiji is the best person to whom Nobel Prize for Peace should have been conferred. But unfortunately, it has not been conferred on Gandhiji so far. Let's understand the information related to this. He became the strongest symbol of non-violence. You know, for peace, if you give the example of peace in humanity, some example if you want to quote, that is Gandhiji. Indian national leader, actually he was fighting against British, but he was at the same time preaching Indians that you should not adopt the violent means to fight against him. Gandhiji was nominated in 1937, 38, 39, 47, and finally a few days before his death he was also nominated in 1948, but he was murdered. So he was nominated for 4 years, but just before 1948 the process was going on, it was not complete. So 4 times he was nominated. You know, even Nobel Committee members have criticized that Gandhi has not been conferred Nobel Peace Prize. This has been criticized by Nobel Committee also. When Dalai Lama, you know, Dalai Lama is not Indian citizen, he's Tibetan actually, and Tibetan government in exile in Dharamshala, Himachal Pradesh, it is said. So when Dalai Lama was conferred Peace Prize in 1989, the Nobel Prize Committee said that Gandhiji is a omission, you know, I mean, we should have given this prize to him. So chairman of the committee said that this in part is a tribute to the memory of Mahatma Gandhi, also Dalai Lama. However, committee never commented on the speculations that why Gandhiji was not conferred. Committee so far has not told that. Now, you know, there is a term called posthumous. Posthumous means after death. If something could be given after death, that is called posthumous. So Nobel Prize is a prize which cannot be given after death. That is what we should know. It cannot be given after death. So Gandhiji was assassinated on 30th January, 2 days before closing date of that year's Nobel Peace Prize. It is said that Gandhiji was having very high probability to get Nobel Prize, but just 2 days before that Gandhiji was assassinated. So nobody has ever been awarded Nobel Prize posthumously, but there is a provision. It is said there is a provision for providing the Nobel Prize. And Norwegian Nobel Committee decided that that year when Gandhi was assassinated, that year it looked like there was no suitable candidate for Peace Prize. They have declared it that there was no suitable candidate for Nobel Prize. What is Nobel Peace Prize? Let me tell you now that Nobel Peace Prize is one of the 5 Nobel Prizes which were established. So these were established by the will of, he was a Swedish inventor, that is Alfred Nobel, you know, the inventor of dynamite. Alfred Nobel के नाम से Nobel Prize दिया जाता है. And these are the categories: chemistry, physics, medicine, literature, peace. In the beginning they were 5. Later on economy was also added. So how many categories Nobel Prize is given? 5 categories. What are they? Physics, chemistry, then this is medicine, then literature, and then there's a peace. They were the 5 categories in the beginning, but later on economy was also added into that. Now as per Nobel's will, some money is also given to the person, people, that is in the currency of kroner, that is Norwegian currency. So there's a some member, 5-member committee appointed by Parliament of Norway, and there's a peace award which is given to the people in this particular category. That is how it is given every year. Now let me tell you here that when Gandhiji was not awarded Peace Prize, Nobel Peace Prize, it is not that the value or worth of Gandhiji has come down. It is that worth of the Nobel Prize has come down. You know, Nobel Prize is given to the people whose name you even don't know. But when Gandhiji is not given Nobel Prize, then the value, meaning of Nobel Prize is irrelevant for me at least. गांधी जी जैसा आदमी हो ही नहीं सकता पीस का एग्जाम्पल. अगर नोबेल पीस प्राइज बनाया है तो गांधी जी को अगर नहीं मिलेगा तो उस पीस प्राइज का कोई मतलब नहीं है. दैट इज व्हाट आई फील, दैट इज माय पर्सनल व्यू. सो नोबेल पीस प्राइज अगर उसका एक रेलिवेंस चाहिए तो गांधी जी को उसको मिलना चाहिए था. दैट इज व्हाट आई बिलीव. दीज आर द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ नोबेल प्राइजेस विनर फ्रॉम इंडिया. First, Rabindranath Tagore has been conferred. Then, C.V. Raman, हर गोविंद खुराना इन मेडिसन, मदर टेरेसा पीस में मिला है, चंद्रशेखर को मिला है फिजिक्स में, अमर्त्य सेन को मिला है, रामकृष्णन को केमिस्ट्री में मिला है, कैलाश सत्यार्थी को पीस प्राइज मिला है. सो दीज आर सम लिस्ट. आई डोंट नो इट्स एग्जॉस्टिव और नॉट, आई जस्ट पिक्ड इट अप. जनरल नॉलेज में इसको दोबारा डिस्कस करेंगे, बट दिस इज द पीस प्राइज, जिस द नोबेल प्राइज जो इंडियंस हैं उनको मिला है. अब नेक्स्ट क्लास में मैं गांधी जी का एंट्री इनटू इंडियन पॉलिटिकल सीन आई विल स्टार्ट, आई विल डिस्कस नेक्स्ट फ्रॉम हियर. सो आई बिलीव दिस ऑल पार्ट गांधी जी की लाइफ हिस्ट्री एंड गांधी जी के बारे में कुछ इंफॉर्मेशंस, and at the same time some more knowledge part I have covered, and I hope this it becomes the part of your general knowledge. As I told you, my method will be general knowledge को भी link करना है, general studies को भी link करना है, and to make you basically understand the entire thing. That is what my purpose is, and I'm going to make you understand that. So next my video mein I'm going to make the link from here onward. I'm going to add into this particular part further. Fine. Thank you.